Pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, two teams start fresh for their first game of the season, both squads believing this will be a great year. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the New York Knicks. For the Knicks, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And another NBA season about to start. Shaq, we've talked about it. You can feel, an air of excitement that's a little different than in years past.
There's a number of talented teams all wanting that ring. I've said this before. Kenny has said it many times. It could be one of the best seasons we've seen.
And there is a buzz in the air in the sold-out Quicken Loans Arena. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Eastern Conference battles always fun. This time it's the Cleveland Cavaliers intent on protecting home court. And so off the tip, it's New York. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. We've got Anthony. Nash out there with Wright. Then it's Johnson, and it's Fletcher in at the small forward. Johnson can't get it to go. New York on D. Butler with the ball. Now Wright defending. Slim passes to Matt. Shot is off. Good D by Johnson.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him, but with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
Butler goes in from 12 feet out. The shot is off, so New York will take it the other way. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. Here's Wright. LeBron with the block. Pass to Slim. The feed to James. He kicks it to Bennett. A second chance effort, and he gets it to go.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Anthony with it. Bennett's there, and that one's good.
Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
The Cavaliers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. James kicks to Mack. Taken away by Anthony. Nash dishes to Anthony. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you a problem.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. New York ahead, up by 4. And before the game, Carmelo Anthony talked about how he prepares himself mentally to carry. Well, you don't hear too many players, Greg, saying it's easy and they're not too concerned.
Yeah, or talking about possibly winning basketball games. But I have a feeling he's more concerned than he talks about it and when he says it's easy. It may be for him, but it sure didn't look easy for the Knicks last season.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
Greg, they haven't given up a lot of easy chances at all.
And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Nash. Johnson is out there with Anthony. Then there's the captain, and it's Fletcher in at the 3 slot. but he stays with it. Johnson sets the screen for Anthony. Goes back up, and the Knicks good for two.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Here's the screen. Butler passes to Slim. Feeds to James. And again, it's Cleveland.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter.
The Knicks with the lead.
Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1.
Johnson with a screen on LeBron. 6 to shoot. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Nash. And the layup is good. Nash has got the lead up to 4 now for the Knicks.
Well, it's obvious the difference in this quarter has been their dominance on the offensive board.
You have plenty of second chance points. Also keeps the opponent out of transition, not resting on their lead, staying active.
Outside Anthony. It's Nash with the drive. Here's Wright. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Knicks lead by 4. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Berg standing by on this.
Carmelo, after this first half of play, what do you believe the team needs to focus on from here on out?
Well, just communication and trusting one another. When somebody get beat, the next guy got his back, and we're just trying to get up and down, get going some way, somehow. For the most part, we did pretty good. A couple of adjustments on the defensive end. Make some shots and we'll be fine.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We will...
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
They've got LeBron James. Slim is out there with Speedy. Then there's Bennett. And it's Mack in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. He was all alone on that one. Mack's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Cavs. Nash, the pass to Fletcher. Anthony kicks to Nash. Right outside. And there's the foul. It'll go on the captain. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
The Cavaliers trailing. Butler dishes to Bennett. James outside. And that misses. That would have put him up.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Johnson with a screen on Butler. It's Nash with the drive. The shot by Anthony, no good.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
James in the post. Anthony on him. Anthony with the defensive effort. And the Knicks with possession. They lead by 1. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. The Cavaliers pull it in.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Passes it to James. There's the pass to Slim. On the wing, James. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And that's now 6 points for LeBron. And here's Anthony from the arc. And the miss. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. The Knicks shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Nash out there with Wright. Then it's Silk. Then it's Johnson. And it's Anthony in power forward. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Blatt as he addressed his team. We can't let up now. If we stay and make a few plays, we'll be right back in it. His message was clear. Stay the course, Kevin.
That's good. James has got the lead up to 1 now for the Cavs.
Now is not the time to be giving him that kind of shot. Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Nash kicks to Anthony. In it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now here's James. There's 1:26 left to play here in the fourth. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here's Nash. Here's Anthony. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. That's 12 points for Carmelo Anthony.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Nash kicks to Anthony. 55 seconds left in the fourth.
Yes! He's been hot here in the fourth, contributing big at the right time.
And he's, let's face it, hitting everything. A perfect 4 of 4 in the quarter. It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Count it! Just a fantastic effort they're getting from Anthony right now.
41 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's LeBron. Another shot. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. Outside Butler. LeBron sets the screen for Butler. James wide open. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
Here is Slim. Pass to Mack. There's the 3. Count it! A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
Here's Fletcher. Good!
It's as if these guys are out here just playing pickup basketball. No deterrent from the defense.
Not at all. No resistance whatsoever. It seems both teams just happen to try to outscore the other.
So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Clark, they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but these fans loved it.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
LeBron, no player has to endure the kind of scrutiny and pressure that you do on a nightly basis. How do you stand and deliver the kind of performance you did tonight?
I just wanted to try to lead my team the best way I could. Whatever I needed to do out on the floor, I tried to be there for them tonight. And, I'm glad we was able to get this win.
Thank you, LeBron. Kevin, this guy is extraordinary.
Doris, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And standing by for the postgame show, let's head over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James. He had just an outstanding fourth-quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
He wasn't just a big part of their offense tonight. He was their offense. If you score like that and that frequency, some people say you're selfish. But if you score like that and you win, they call you a hero.
We all know, anytime you got LeBron James on the floor, he's going to bring that will to win. Yes, sir.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But